Hi friends, Happy New Year. Welcome back to my channel. I cannot believe that it is almost February and I am just getting a chance to film for the first time this year. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I thought it would be fun to do a coffee and chat and flower design making together. I'm going to build an arrangement with you while you're watching, but I thought it'd be fun to just chat and give you a life update of what's been going on here. So grab a cup of coffee or hit pause and go run out and grab some flowers to work with, and let's just catch up. I'll give you the lowdown on what's been going on in my life and what is some exciting things in store for this year, and then of course we're gonna end with a beautiful arrangement. So let's get started. I have some baby blue eucalyptus for my greenery, just 4 different types of things. I have this beautiful delphinium, this white delphinium, which is this long, really beautiful filler flower. I have all of these things at a local wholesale shop. So if you have access to a local wholesale shop, go get some fun stuff. Otherwise, the carnations, these white carnations, you could probably find at any grocery store. I just loved how big and fluffy these ones are. I wanted just a very neutral white and greenery type of arrangement for winter. Also, fun thing, I found a potted hellebore plant at Trader Joe's the other day, and so it was 10 bucks. I bought it and now they're sprouting these beautiful flowers. So I snipped off a few flowers from my plant that was purchased at Trader Joe's to add to the arrangement because they are one of my absolute favorite flowers. They're just so beautiful and feminine. So that's what we have working with. You can see in here I have a wet floral foam oasis. I was hoping to use my wire, but I just realized this was leaking, and this will kind of keep everything well hydrated without having this leaking all over my kitchen counter. So we are working with this metal tin, kind of industrial looking round. I had this on hand. I kind of wanted to mix a feminine piece with something a little bit rustic industrial. So let's build. Have the kids in their room doing quiet time. It is a Thursday. We just wrapped up school for the week. If you didn't know, my kids, we live in San Diego and we are homeschooling this year. I pulled them out of our public school system because I did not want to do the distance learning this year, so we're homeschooling. So Thursdays are our last day of school for the week, which has been really fun. I just find that Fridays we want to kind of have a slow morning and then go adventure and just do learning out in the world, which has just been the best. So I love Thursday afternoons, and I just feel like, okay, we did it, we accomplished so much. Let's see, what else is new? So I shared over on my Instagram, and if you're not following me, go over there because I love interacting with you guys there the most. That I am going to be committing to posting one YouTube video for the rest of the year, or one YouTube video a week for the rest of the year. I've been kind of slacking, and I just want to really recommit to being consistent for you guys, and it will be just focused on all things creative. So florals, home stuff, hosting, recipes, all the things I know you guys come back for and love. So yeah, once a week you can be expecting that here on my channel. And the reason I've been so quiet over here is I have some exciting news for you. I've been actually very busy working on a new project that I am so excited to share with you guys about. It has been so much fun and so challenging, and that's a little bit of why I've been so quiet, is because it's taken so much brain power and energy that I have. I haven't shared this yet, even over on Instagram, but I am starting a podcast, and it's going to be called True, the ASHLYN Carter podcast, and I am hoping to launch it tomorrow. Today is Monday, or when I'm posting this video, it's gonna be Monday. So I am hoping to post my first podcast episode, actually the first 2 episodes tomorrow, Tuesday, the 2nd. What you can expect from the podcast is that every Tuesday I'm gonna launch a new episode. So I'm gonna post here every week something creative and fun, but you know those videos that I've been posting ever since I started that have just continually shared my heart, whether it's motherhood or things I'm struggling with or things that I feel like the Lord wants me to share with you? Well, I was just realizing after honestly years of contemplating starting this podcast, even some of you who have been around from the beginning have been like, you need to start a podcast. And so this has been something that I've been thinking about and praying about for a really long time. And I just finally realized, like, why not just start it now? Like, my kids are here all the time. I need something to just continually, just for my own brain to like work towards and have something exciting going on. And I kept always thinking, well, once they get back in school, but I mean, we all know life is just not returning as quickly as we had hoped it would be, right? So I'm like, what better time than the present? So every Tuesday I'll be posting a podcast, and it is gonna be on all the things. It is gonna be about, it's gonna be just me sharing kind of what's been going on in my brain and things I'm learning. I'm gonna have Travis on. He's actually my first guest. So tomorrow when you see the post, it's gonna be an intro of what the podcast is about, and then the second episode is my interview with him, getting to know us a little bit better. And then I have been stockpiling interviews this entire month. I've had to figure out, it's a huge learning curve, how to figure out how to do that, but it is so much fun, you guys, and the editing is a million times easier than YouTube because there's no video. I don't need to like have my hair done or have a clean-ish background. So I have absolutely loved every minute of it so far. It's a very nerve-wracking because I just don't feel very good at it yet or very confident in it, but I feel so confident in my calling to start it that I'm like, okay, God, every time I like get on an interview with somebody, I'm like, Lord, be in this conversation, bless it. I hope it goes great. I hope people walk away from all the podcast episodes feeling a few things. So encouraged in life, inspired to kind of go out and be better, and maybe having learned something that they can apply to their own life. So that's kind of the gist of it. It's going to be on, like I mentioned, all different types of things, different types of people. I've been interviewing business owners, people that own bakeries. I've been interviewing people that own their own business doing other things. I've been interviewing influencers, people that own their own clothing lines. Who else have I done? Nutritionists, people that are really big into intuitive eating, which so good. So I'm just really excited to share just with you guys on a deeper level that's beyond all things creative. And so my YouTube channel will be still going, still absolutely rocking this, but just I can now focus on all things creative here, and then I have my outlet to share my heart and things on marriage and all that kind of stuff over there. So that's a little bit about what I've been working on and why I've been so quiet on YouTube. Okay, this might be, it's very hard for me to talk and multitask, so we'll see how this turns out. But anyways, I hope it's fun and relaxing to watch and listen, and I really wish that I could hear how you're doing. How has this year been for you guys? I mean, gosh, what a crazy just year it's been, right? It's not like it's getting any less hectic than 2020 was, but in it to win it. And now I'm going to start adding some of this beautiful Delphinium. This plant is so pretty. It has so much texture and dimension, and all the little flowers attached to one big stalk. You can kind of cut it and use it over and over. I'm gonna actually pause on that. I'm gonna start actually putting my carnations in first because they are so big and pretty. It might be good just to start there. So let's go with these. They just remind me of big, pretty white clouds. They're so fluffy. Gosh, what else is happening? Homeschool is going really good. I love it. I can see why people homeschool long-term or forever. However, I just am missing seeing my kids being at school and learning with other children, learning from other teachers. I mean, this has stretched me in all the ways as far as just being patient and learning how to communicate with my kids while teaching them in a different capacity. So it has been really good, but at the same time, I do miss them being at school. I miss my free time. I feel like just drained more so. And I know if you're at home with your kids doing distance learning or homeschooling, you can relate on all these things. You know, it's a lot. So I don't know. I've been really praying about what to do for next year. I don't know. I've been looking into some hybrid homeschool options. There's just not a lot out there. Kind of like a private school homeschool option. I've been really just hoping our school in California gets their act together and opens up school. These kids need to be back in school, in my opinion, and I think it's safe for kids to be in school, and I think it's safe for the teachers. And now that there's a vaccine, for those that are nervous about COVID, they can get the vaccine. So I'm just really hoping that in the fall, we love our little school here, our public school up the street. I'm just really hoping that they can be back, because I just think it's what's best for us. But if I have to homeschool again, I absolutely will. If there's ever a time where I feel like my kids need me to yank them back out, they need more one-on-one attention, 100%. I love it. I totally believe in the homeschool system, and I think it's so cool. There's been so many positives to it. I'm actually trying to talk Travis into like, let's just up and leave for 2 weeks and go somewhere and rent a house somewhere, fly to Hawaii. I mean, I know it's kind of expensive, but I feel like now's the time. You know, you're homeschooling, you should be able to up and travel and do fun things. So if you hear pounding in the background, I think my kids are jumping off the bunk bed. So this is great. This is great. I'm saving these hellebores for last because they're so tiny and they're so delicate, and the stems aren't super long, and they're the nicest flower that I have here, and so I want them to be seen the most. If I add them in and start putting stuff on top of them, we're gonna lose them. So I'm saving those for last, and I'm just gonna come in here and start adding this Delphinium more so. Gosh, what else is new? I'm trying to think. Besides really getting the podcast going and continuing on with school, we had a great holiday season. We were able to see some of our family, not all of them, which was great. And it was a nice break. It was so nice to just have a break from school and all of that type of stuff. Travis's job is going. He does commercial real estate, and so as you can imagine, that's just been a little funky because of people not really being back in the office and working yet. Like, a lot of more companies are working from home, and so it's just been a little bit weird for him to meet with clients. People don't want to make decisions long term just with all the uncertainty. So he's been working and doing fine, but that's definitely been different for him, and he'll go into the office here and there, but he'll also work from home. So it's just an adjustment for everybody, but I'm very thankful that he still has a job and he's able to work. We have not caught COVID. Surprisingly, we do our job by, you know, we're not out and about a ton, but we're also not shut in our house all the time. And I have kids, and we are now at the park and we see friends. So I'm honestly shocked we haven't yet to catch it. I'm a little concerned about catching COVID just because I have asthma, and so it's just kind of this looming thought over my head, like, if we catch it, how is it going to affect me? But I'm not scared of it. I do though wonder if and when we get it, what it will be like. Yeah, have you guys had it? I'm curious, how has it been? I think it's just affecting different people in different capacities. Unfortunately, we've known people that have passed with it, and we've known people just in all kinds of capacities, how they've handled it and had it, and it's just, I think it's so interesting how it's impacting everyone so differently, so many different opinions and drama, and I don't know, not really much else to say there, but okay. So we are planning some fun things this year. I always love the idea of traveling. I just sometimes just feel the need to get away, you know? And we have always wanted to go out to Zion National Park, which is in Utah, right? Utah, and then Bryce Canyon. And so I got campsites. We're gonna rent a camper in May and we're gonna head out there. And now I'm gonna start adding our hellebore. We are going to camp and rent an RV and drive from San Diego out there. I don't know, it's a decent drive from San Diego, but not too bad. And I just wanted to hit it before it gets too hot because it's kind of more deserty. And I'm really excited. So we have that planned for the year. And other than that, kind of at the end of February, early March is kind of when I was thinking, let's just get out of town and go somewhere. So we're kind of looking into little Airbnbs and some different options for traveling. I've been cooking a lot. There's the little hellebores. They're the stems are so short because I cut them off my plant. So they're, like, I would love to put one up here, but it's not long enough. So we're just making do with what we got. Cooking a lot of soups. It's been really cold here in San Diego. I've been still obsessed with my Peloton bike. I've tried to get on it or do some sort of Peloton workout every single day in January. I've only missed one day so far, the 17th of January, which is fine. And what else? Love that still. It's been such a blessing and such an amazing outlet for me to just sweat out all the stress. And like, I'm in my garage. It's not glamorous, but it is a lifesaver. Oh, so do you guys remember those challenges I did last year where it was monthly challenges? And I think I dropped the ball after March because COVID hit and I was like, all right, all bets are off. I can't think about anything else. Well, I picked those back up and that's another thing I'm committing to this year. And I mean, I know it's January, but you guys hold me to it. I'm hosting monthly challenges and I'm gonna probably just post about them over on Instagram. So that's where we can engage best. So find me over on Instagram. And the first month, this month has been like mindful spending. So it was all things, just not to spend money on anything that isn't necessary. And it was just a spending challenge. Now these flowers probably aren't necessary, but I really needed to get this YouTube video out to you guys. Pretty. I like that pop of green. And it's cool because the little hint of red on the back of the hellebores kind of tie in the hint of maroon on the eucalyptus, which is perfect. So yes, this month I said no excess spending. I had over hundreds of people join the challenge. And it's just trying to be really mindful. And what I kind of tried to encourage everybody with was, don't think about all the things that you can't buy. Just think about just having that clarity and that peace of mind. And I don't know, I think it's just a good reset to always be in touch with, okay, what are our spending habits after the holidays? It can get out of hand. What do I actually need? Instead of just that quick purchasing and quick clicks on Amazon that we tend to do. Just I think it's good to do it every year, and I'm always gonna do this every year. And just, you know, be mindful about what I'm buying. And so I've been really good at just spending money on the basics, like food and, you know, bills and all of that. And nothing, no clothes, none of that stuff. So no random Target purchases. It's been so good and it's just freed me up. If you would love to try it, just jump in and join us now and do it for the whole month of February. I have a whole new challenge starting this month. I guess it is February for you watching this, but I have a whole new challenge starting this month. Make sure to go over on my Instagram and go join. It has to do with social media and it is hard. I think this might be harder for me, limiting and putting strict boundaries around my social media usage. I think it's harder for me than spending, to be honest. because I'm just so daily drawn to being on Instagram and to responding to everybody and to posting. And I mean, I love it. I love it. I think it is so good, but I'm challenging my people over there that we have to be mindful. We have to do better. We have to make sure, am I in control of this or is this in control of me? So I have a whole post about it. Go read it. Let me know if you're in, and we're gonna just tackle things that matter this year together. Yeah, so that's where it kind of started from. Was I feel like in January everybody does this kickoff with healthy eating, and while that could be great for you, I don't do that really anymore. And so I wanted to do a challenge, and I hashtagged it Things That Matter Challenge, and every month I wanted to do a focus on things that matter in life and that make us better. And so being responsible with our finances and being responsible with our time and our social media usage and all these things I have planned for the year are things that matter. And so that's kind of my little campaign that I'm doing, and it's just really fun, and everyone's engaging and doing awesome. I like it. This side needs a little help, I think. Let me do one more of these kind of coming out more. Hope that you guys are well. I hope that you enjoyed this coffee and flower chat. Maybe I'll do it again if you guys liked it. But I just kind of wanted to catch you guys up on where I've been, what I've been up to, where I'm doing. Head to my YouTube or to my Instagram tomorrow to get the link to see my new podcast. And I hope that you would tune in. I hope that you enjoy it. Thank you for inspiring me and always being just an encouraging community. I love each of you guys dearly, dearly. I wish we could meet in person. But in the meantime, this is good. And you have my commitment to showing up here every week and bringing you something fun and creative. And thanks for coming to my coffee chat. There's a leaf in here. All right, love you guys. I will see you guys next week. I'll see you over on Instagram and see you on the podcast. Bye.